All right, welcome yet again. We're doing another essay correction right now. We're picking up cost solution essay and we are going to be correcting answers live. So let me know on the chat box if you guys have joined. Let me know. And I'll just wait for a few more minutes for everyone to settle down. I know you guys have been doing sessions since the morning and I appreciate your sincerity. Just let me know if you're there on the chat box. Just let me know on the chat box if you have joined. I will still wait for more people to join and then we'll get started. Okay, hi Sadhana. Remember to subscribe to our channel if you haven't done that already. If you're watching this as a recording, please make sure you subscribe to our channel to receive any upload notifications automatically. Gayatri, Ajanta, Jia, hi Professor Gaming, hi. Okay. And if there's anyone else, please let me know on the chat. Hi Aditya, Rohit, hello. Yes. I'll wait for a couple of more minutes and then we'll get started. Yes, so in the morning we picked out an opinion essay. In case you missed the session in the morning, do not worry. You will find that as a recording on our channel. Just go to playlist section and check Learnathon. You will find the opinion essay correction that I did in the morning. Okay, and now I'm picking up a cost solution essay and we're going to be correcting this answer live. So what we did in the morning is that we scored the essay, we discussed the ideas, and we understood why the student's answer was scored as much. And we're going to pick another student's answer now. We're going to do a similar exercise. We're going to score the student's answer and understand how this essay is a problematic one. Okay, Shri, hi, Harsh, hello, good evening. And anyone else who is joined, just give me a hi on the chat box so that I know. Okay. All right. Let's get started then. We'll not take more than half an hour. This is going to be a very short session. But only because this essay is very easy to evaluate. Okay. All right. So this is how the question looked like for this particular essay. Let's understand that women have the capability and the skills to take on leadership roles, yet they are not offered these positions. What is the root cause of this? What can be done to solve this problem? That's the question. Okay. Now, what is the question asking you to do? The question tells us that women have this capability to take on or be in top positions in a certain company, but they are not offered these roles. What is the root cause and what can be done to solve this problem? Right? Okay. Now remember, the question does not ask you to comment on this, does not ask you whether you agree or disagree to this. The question states a problem and asks you the root cause of that particular problem. Okay. And it is also asking you how this particular problem can be solved. Right? Is the question clear to all of you? Because only then will you be able to comment on this answer. Are you guys clear? Give me a yes. Paramjeet, Jagdish, Pratibha, Anchal. Good evening. I appreciate all of your sincerity to come and watch this session live and participate. Okay? Very well done. But just let me know if you understood the question. Okay. Yes? Simple enough, right? Yeah. All right. All right. Okay. 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 Yes. Absolutely. Sadhana. Okay, Jagdish. All right. I'm sure you have some answers in your mind, but we're not here to discuss or write an essay. We're here to evaluate an essay, right? And you will now put yourself in the shoes of an evaluator and think what the student has made mistakes in. All right? Okay. Let's start now. So, the first sentence is this: women are not offered leadership roles, even though they possess all skills and capability to do so. Now, she has started off by paraphrasing really well, and she has said that possess all skills and capability. Now, capability has to be plural here. It cannot be that women have one capability. Many women will have many capabilities, right? To do so, okay, but she could have also paraphrased capabilities and skills, and she could have said, even though they possess all, or maybe the required expertise to do so. You have to paraphrase. You can't repeat words from the question. That is one major factor that affects your score in something known as vocabulary. Okay. All right. Moving on with the introduction, she has said the main cause for this is because the society thinks that women are incapable of handling a position so big in an organization. She started off well, but unfortunately, she did not write this sentence correctly. There are grammatical errors in this. Let me tell you what they are. The main cause for this is because, now you've said main cause, because also indicates that. Why do you have to use two conjunctions there? The main cause for this is that the society thinks that women are incapable of handling a position so big. Now, again, it is not required for you to elaborate or use this phrase every single time. Avoid repetition as much as possible. Society thinks that women are incapable of holding top positions. Paraphrase this again, instead of saying so big or handling a position so big. Holding top positions looks good, sounds better, it's paraphrased. Okay, in an organization. Now, here is the catch. What has she missed out on this particular answer? And all of you by now know this. You have been preparing for IELTS for a while, some of you at least. So, what is the mistake with this introduction? With the entire paragraph, what has she missed out on? Okay, Sadhana, yes, good job. What about the others? What has she missed out? And this is a major mistake. What has she missed out? Participate. That's how you learn. Shri, Pratibha. Who else? Correct? Professor Gaming, Paramjeet, Rahul, what has she missed out? Not what she's written. Ajanta, absolutely. Yes, and if there's anyone else would say the same thing. She has missed out on what the solution is, or at least state. No, there's no opinion here. State what the solution is, or at least write a sentence that says that there is a solution to solve this. So, some indication, some indication of this sort that there is a solution. You can't miss out on a portion of the question in your introduction. You can't do that. Okay. How is this again affecting the student's score? Remember, your ability to address the requirements of the question is defined by task achievement. Okay, task achievement is your ability to answer all the requirements of the question and extend your ideas as much as possible. Yes, Jessica, absolutely. Rubinder, Rahul, you missed out on what she made mistake in. Okay, okay, let's move on to her rest of the answer. Give it a quick skim, give it a quick skim, and let me know what is wrong with this. This is her introduction. We're done evaluating her introduction. What has she done here? Give it a quick skim. And I'm sure if anybody has been preparing for a while or has not scored a 7 in their writing will absolutely catch this immediately. What is the problem? There's a big problem with this. Give it a skim. You don't have to read the entire answer. I'm telling you, with a quick skim, you will understand what the mistake is. Paranjeet, very quick in giving responses. Who else? What is the problem? And okay, you might have just joined right now. Let's post this question on the chat box. Okay, I just post this question, read it, and read her body paragraphs. Okay, read her body paragraphs and tell me what is missing. 5 of you have identified what the problem is. If you think this mistake is not very common, if you think that this is a mistake that I won't make or as in you won't make, it is wrong. Anybody can make this mistake. And it happens on your exam day, you don't realize that you missed out on a portion of the question altogether. She did not mention the root cause at all. I'll tell you what happens with all of these scores and all of that. But she's missed out on this portion, which indicates automatically that your task achievement score is a band 5 automatically. Okay? That no matter what you do, the score comes down to band 5. She may have mentioned what the cause is, but she's not developed it at all. She's not written why this needs. Yes. So it's a problem. You're even without reading the entire answer, the task achievement score is a band 5. Okay. But we will still read the answer and we will still evaluate the other paragraphs and understand how she has evaluated or elaborated her solution. Okay. Good job, all of you, in identifying this, but not a very good example to take, right? You can't make these basic mistakes. But let's look at, she has written 2 paragraphs for her solution. She needn't have done that. She could have just written 1 paragraph containing just one solution, could have solved the problem for her. Okay, let's now understand how the solution paragraphs are structured. I will just read out the paragraph firstly, and I will mention the corrections as we move forward. Okay, to overcome this problem, okay, a good connector to overcome this problem, the second solution is great connectors, great paraphrasing with connectors. To overcome this problem, the first solution is you don't have to repeat connecting words like this. Okay, this is what we call, this is what IELTS examiners call repetition or overuse of connectors. You can just say to overcome this problem, it is important to raise children, both boys and girls, in the same way. Okay, it is very important as parents to teach and tell their children that careers are not decided through genders, by genders, but by their skill and capability. She's repeating this word way too much, but by their excellence or proficiency can be a better word here. You need not use skill and capability again and again. Evolving from an ancestral background of men ruling kingdoms, women have never been considered worthy of the same. Suddenly, she's talking about why women are not considered. Suddenly, the cause is coming up. This habit of treating boys and girls differently needs to stop to bring about change in society and the way it looks at women as leaders. What is the problem with these 2 sentences? And yes, what is the problem with this paragraph now? Identify the problem with this paragraph. So the problem here is this. She's done a good job in stating the solution, but these 2 sentences, what is the problem with this? Correct. Professor Gaming, good job. Whatever your name is. Correct. Paramjeet. Yes, Siddhant. Harsh. Coherence. Exactly. So what she's done is she has started out by giving solutions, but suddenly she got reminded that she missed out on the causes. Suddenly she's writing about the causes here. She mixed the causes and the solutions. What she should have done instead is she should have deleted these sentences and maybe put them as a separate paragraph. And then tell as to why exactly it could have been a separate paragraph and could have told how this affects women in fetching top roles, top positions in organization. So that was the question. The question was asking you why this happened. So she said that men ruling kingdoms, all of that mindset has kind of affected how women should be working. But how is exactly that stopped? Can she give some examples suggesting this? Such things should have happened here. And coming back to this paragraph, she did say a good reason that boys and girls should be raised in the same way, and it should be done by parents and should be taught by parents that it is by skill and capability and not by genders that you get a certain job. Now, again, she should build further on this idea and tell how this exactly solves the problem of women reaching topmost positions. So, if boys and girls are raised the same way, can it help women reach top positions? That's what she's trying to say. But how? How does that help? How can you state an example? Do you have an evidence that suggests that? Tell. Build more on the idea. Can give an example here. Example of a country, example of a company, example of a certain state. In the state of Kerala, this is a big deal. Women are treated with equal respect, right? Such things should have been there in the paragraph. That was not there. So to talk about it in IELTS terms, she did not achieve the task well, or she did not elaborate the idea well here as well. This problem is there even in this paragraph. But she did state her main idea, she did give an explanation, but it was unfortunately not sufficient. Okay. Now, if she had probably written a separate paragraph for cause, maybe her task achievement would be a 6. But we saw it in the beginning that there was no paragraph on the root causes, so it's a major problem. Okay. Okay, now the second one, the second paragraph, she says the second solution is to provide education. Education enhances one's mind. Did she mean opens one mind? Enhances. So enhance is to probably develop or increase in size or increase in quality. But enhance one mind is wrong. Education enhances, opens one's mind. That's what she means to say. Maybe open mindset, as in women should be allowed to work in top positions. Maybe that's what she wanted to say. Wrong word choice. Education opens one's mind and helps them think. Again, wrong pronoun here. One is singular. You cannot use plural pronoun there. And analyze situations. This necessity helps women grow professionally from an young age, a young age. Why not an young age? The the sound here of Y, the letter Y, is of a consonant, not of a vowel. Okay, so if you say it has to be a young age, if you say our, H-O-U-R, that's probably an hour, but it cannot be an young age. It's wrong. It allows people as a collective, again, it allows people to understand that women need and deserve equal risk. Okay, fine. Yes, maybe she's done a good job here. Education makes way for equal competition, which in turn helps in improving one's skill and confidence. Again, the same words, one's can be abilities. And then suggest how this helps women specifically. That's the question. She's talked about it in a very generic sense. She has to associate it with women and say how it will help them specifically. That's the problem with this paragraph. But overall, this is the best of all paragraph. This paragraph did not have the solutions completely. This at least had that and had some explanation as to why education is a better way to solve this problem. Now, did you understand how you should build an idea and how you should elaborate an idea and how errors in word choices and grammar can cost you? Yes, give me a yes if you did. Yeah, did you understand that? Okay, all right, great, wonderful. That's it. We've done evaluating an entire essay almost. We have the conclusion paragraph left. To conclude, okay, a good connecting word. She has definitely used great connectors. I must appreciate her for that. But unfortunately, her essay was not good enough. Okay, to conclude, the society's denial towards women as leaders is the cost of women not being offered these roles, even though they have the capabilities and the skills. She's repeating this was used way too many times, right? You can't do this mistake. This can't happen. This issue can be resolved by providing equal opportunities and education to both genders, and most importantly, by raising indifferently. Wrong word, indifferent. What is indifferent? Being that you just don't care about anything that's happening around you. That's indifferent. It can't be indifferently in this case. That's a rude way of saying this. Indifferently is a wrong word. Okay, so she should probably would have said by raising children again equally maybe, and this need not be there. Both mean the same. Equal opportunities, raising children equally, it's the same thing. So look at how the conclusion itself has repetitions in its own. The sentence structures, the words are just repeating. She's not paraphrased enough. Okay. All right. So that's with her essay, and there's no surprise as to what her scores are, but let me still give you this opportunity to score her and let's understand this as per the band descriptors. Okay, so I'm just sharing my screen. I'm showing you the band descriptors. Yeah, it's just going to take a minute to open. All right. Yes. Now look at this. Okay. Look at this area. This is, you are scored on 4 criteria, remember: task achievement, coherence and cohesion, lexical resource, and grammatical range and accuracy. These are the 4 criteria that you are scored on. Okay. Now we have to score this student on all of these criteria. The first one being task achievement. Can you guys tell me why that is a 5? I'm sure you know this by now, but it's a straightforward answer. Exactly. She did not address the task completely, right? It's a problem. She did not address the task completely. She did express the causes, the solutions, but the development is not there. It's absolutely not there. Absent for the causes part of it. Again, the solutions also were not sufficiently developed. One solution was just, the detail was very limited, right? That's what we saw here in the first paragraph. The detail on this solution was limited. So it is definitely a 5. Okay. Now, how much is her coherence and cohesion score? Can you guys score her in the second band descriptor? How much here? How much here? Is it a 5? Is it a 6? What is it? This is not really a competition, but yeah, just try understanding what it takes to reach a 6 and what makes you reach a 5. You can make mistakes here. This is band 5 coherence. This is band 6 coherence. How much would you rate her essay, the essay that we saw right now? Give me a number. It is definitely not 7. Okay. 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 There is no 5.5 Gia. It's either 5 or it's 6. Okay. It's a 6. I believe it's a 6. She did not understand how to arrange information properly. She should have split her causes in a separate paragraph. She should have written her solution separately. She did want to mention the causes somewhere. It's not that she missed out on the causes altogether. She did talk about it somewhere, and most importantly, her connectors, the way she used cohesive devices was actually good. And this portion should have come in a separate paragraph. She arranged her paragraphs wrongly. They are not logical enough. But she did write in paragraphs. What exactly is a band 5 now? It's worse than this. You don't write in paragraphs, or your paragraphing is inadequate. That's when this is a problem. And again, she did present information. There is some progression. There is an introduction. There is a conclusion. There are body paragraph. That gives you a 6 automatically. Okay. Yeah. So some of you who rated her 5, it is a 6, remember, because she did write in paragraphs, but the arrangement of ideas was not clear, was not correct, was not logical. So it's a 6. It's a 6. What about this now? Lexical resource. Lexical resource. Again, let's go back to the scoring criteria. What about this? Check the band descriptors and tell me how much you could score her. I'm not, yeah. So this is a band 6, this is a band 7. Okay, more answers. Ajanta and Paramjeet have given me Jayashri. Okay. Think carefully. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah. It's a 6. It's a 6 again. It is not 5. It is definitely not 5. 5 is when she had written some answer that was totally irrelevant. Then maybe a 5. And maybe if she had made a lot of spelling mistakes, causing us difficulty to read, then it's a 5. This is not a 5. This is probably a 6 because her vocabulary was not sufficient for the task to be complete, and she made a lot of repetition. She made mistakes in paraphrasing. She did not do that at all. Okay. But her words were understandable, her words were clear, there was no problem there. It's a 6 in lexical resource. What about grammar now? I did not allow you to do this evaluation in the morning, but I'm going to let you do the evaluation now. What about her grammar score? So the grammar score, this particular band descriptor stands independently. Whatever mistakes you make with your structure, grammar errors can, I mean, your ability in grammar can get you to a 7. Okay. Grammar, what is the score on grammar? Harsh. We're talking about grammatical range and accuracy right now. Rohit. Okay. Okay. Paramjeet, Akanksha. Ajanta. All right. More answers? More answers, please. Yes, correct. It is a 6. I'll tell you why it is a 6. She has used simple structures. This is a simple structure. I'm just going to highlight that. This is a simple structure. Again, she has definitely used other great structures for women not being offered these rules. That's a good structure to use. But unfortunately, she has made mistakes, possess all skills and capabilities to do so unnecessarily. She's made these references. She's used wrong pronouns here. Here you go. By one's minds and helps them think, it is not them. It can be him or her only. Again, people as a collective, this is incorrect sentence structure. Again, there has to be an apostrophe here. She did not use that. Such mistakes here and there, but most importantly, she is, I think, using simple structures, one, and also errors in grammar coming in. No, it's not a 7, it is definitely a 6. The moment you use simple structures and only use complex structures and you make mistakes in grammar, the basic ones, even your score is automatically a 6. If the examiner is not able to understand your answer at all, then it's a 5. Okay, and she's also repeated the same thing. This issue can be resolved by providing and by raising them indifferently. That's incorrect. And again, here the main cause is because. That's a major problem. You can't make mistakes, structural mistakes with sentences like this. So it's a 6. Now again, this answer is also an overall 6. Okay, so did you now understand what it takes to reach a 7? Did you now understand that? And I hope I made that clear while I was making these corrections, right? So this is how an examiner thinks, and this is what we do for a student's answer once they email their answers to us. Some of you here have been actively taking mocks. Some of you have received feedbacks from us, so you might understand this. But for students who are attending this class for the first time, I hope you understood how to reach a 7 in writing. Yes, this is just one example. Yeah. All right. Yes. It's not difficult. It is absolutely not difficult to reach a 7. It is extremely easy if you avoid these errors. The student actually is a good. She speaks really well. She can reach a 7 very easily. All right. Okay, so that brings us to the end of this session. All right, and I'm going to now talk about our advanced program. So the advanced program, the fast track program, is available at its lowest fee right now. And I'm going to give you the link to the admissions form if you're interested in joining this program. Of course, not applicable to anybody who's a member already. If you're interested in joining this program and getting similar evaluations done, please fill out the admissions form. The details to the program are there here. I will quickly explain the details as well. I will just spend some time here. You will receive, these pre-recorded lectures containing concepts done on all the sections, including grammar, including writing, speaking, listening, and reading. You also have readable material available on the app. So the moment you enroll, you will have access to all of these. Along with the pre-recorded lessons, you have access to daily practice. You will have sessions around the daily practice every day between 7:30 and 8:30. And on weekends, we conduct longer classes and they happen between 8 and 10 p.m. Okay. And apart from all of this, you also get practice on daily vocabulary and grammar quiz. And this also comes on the app. If you have doubts, you have the facility to reach out to the chief coaches, us directly, and you also have the facility to utilize 10 full-length mock tests, including listening, reading, and speaking. The one that you saw today is a writing evaluation. Similar to that, you will have the listening, reading, and the speaking evaluations. If you're interested, you can fill out the link that is available on the chat box right now, or you will have the link to fill out the form in the description of this video. Okay, so that's it for today. I'll see you again at 9 p.m. in the free masterclass. All right.